But what about them? It's so cool. I don't forget. I find a way to deal with well. Same shit, different day. Things will change. But what about them? Yeah, that's the right. And go home. What it do? All right, y'all. We here to talk about Miss Jaguar Wright. We're not going to talk about Jaguar Wright per se. I'm just going to mention her in this video because we're going to talk about Common. But that was Jaguar Wright. She was part of the Roots in the early 2000s. And right now, by the way, I am ZD Love. Welcome to the House of Love. Welcome to the village. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you and everything you do. So drop down there right now and hit like, subscribe, and share. Okay, because I care. All right, I do care. All right, so we got Common out here now, right? Mysteriously, unexpectedly, and unnecessarily, a few days ago, Tiffany Haddish came out and confirmed that she and Common were dating. And everybody was like, okay, well, we already know that. What's the big deal and who cares? See, but I was gonna do a video about that because in my opinion, Common's a whore, and I don't know why he hasn't been labeled as such. However, it's always best to wait. I told y'all wait 24 hours, just wait. So I was gonna make this video earlier today, but Tiffany Haddish has issued a response to Jaguar Wright's allegation. All right, so let me start. So Common, Tiffany are dating. Jaguar Wright's, well, actually recently a member of the Roots just passed away. Jaguar Wright came out to basically bring awareness to the group, let them know that, listen, they didn't do right by the guy who died, the founder of the group, and that the Roots are a bunch of pigs. Basically, they're disgusting. So throughout this discussion and what went on tour, she also talked shit about Jill Scott, too, how pressed she is and how Jill Scott dated everybody that she ever dated. And we believe that because we know Jill by dick. It is what it is. So Jill Scott also stole Jaguar Wright's style. And I agree with that wholeheartedly because when that first album came out, I won't tell y'all about that. But anywho, yeah, next thing you know, Jill Scott is out and she's blowing up, but she sounds just like her. The songs are intertwinable. Same shit, different day. Sounds just like Let's Take a Long Walk. Same music, same vibe, But she said Jill stole her style, and I could believe that. Anywho, so Common was part of this neo-soul movement as well. Erykah Badu, those type of people. Black Butterfly and all of them. So she was also saying that there was a song that Erykah Badu made when she was in New York, and it was about her because they were both messing around with Common. So apparently one night they're out on tour. She tells Common she don't want to sleep with him. She said that she's a rape survivor, so she sleeps a certain way, and she know how these dudes get down on this bus or whatever, right? So she said she told him that night, listen, I was tired. I don't want to have sex. It was after a show. She lays down. She's fully dressed, but she wakes up and his penis is in her face. He's trying to put his penis in her mouth. And mind you, what she was saying, it was a small snippet about Common. Basically, it was about what these other dudes was doing on the tour bus and how they had groupies and how they would get down and how some young woman was raped, Flo Brown, So it's a lot to this story. I posted one of the videos on my page. I will post another one, but I'm going to follow up. I'm going to watch all the videos and give you all the complete rundown. But anyhow, so Tiffany Haddish has come out and she said that, see, this is what I'm talking about when I say that black women do not stick together. So Tiffany comes out. I wouldn't have come out and said a motherfucking thing, basically, like Camille Cosby did. Camille pretty much didn't say shit during that whole time, right? Tiffany Haddish is dating Common. How long has she been dating him? Not 75 years like Camille. But she comes out and she was like, well, it doesn't matter what he did. I love him. This is the best relationship I've ever been in. Have y'all seen Tiffany lately? Tiffany's lost 20 pounds. Tiffany shaved her head bald. Tiffany looks like she's off her medication because, she suffers with some kind of mental illness. I want to say bipolar, but I'm not sure. She looks horrible. Women in love usually look happy, fat and full, shining and glossy, right? Because you eating and you fucking and you drinking and you're having a great time. Tiffany looks horrible. Common. Let's talk about Common. So Common gets to date anybody as many women as he wants. He's dated every black woman in the industry. He's dated Lauryn Hill. He's dated Angela Wright, Taraji P. Henson, Erykah Badu, Regina Hall, Serena Williams, Corinne Steffens, you name them, he's dated them, okay? But he gets a pass. Women are not allowed to do that. Imagine a woman dating that many celebrities. She'd be called a whore, right? Didn't 50 just drop some chick because some dude says she dated a few industry dudes? So she's a whore. See, women, we got to stop buying into this bullshit. And like I said, Tiffany should have remained silent. I told y'all we need that shut the fuck up list. That list needs to be out there and it needs to be known all over the world. Shut the fuck up. Okay? So Vivica Fox and Halle Berry are really the only two black women who've ever come out and spoke against a black man. You feel me? Remember, Vivica spoke against 50 and Halle spoke against David Justice in the 90s. Okay? Early 90s on Oprah Winfrey show about how he was picking up prostitutes and whooping her ass. Right. So now all of a sudden Jaguar Wright is jealous of Common and Tiffany. Did not anybody notice that Jaguar Wright she don't want him? And even if she didn't, why is it that he's such a catch? He's the one running through women. Like, she made a very valid point. Who is he ever really with? Really? Who? What's up with him? What he got going on? See, I don't feel him like that anyway. But, you know, when it originally came out and the memes were going around, someone left a post and it said, don't throw this away. We're questioning your authenticity, saying that about Common. Like, don't throw this relationship away. Why is it that he's throwing a relationship away? Could it be that these women are dumping his ass? And the funny thing is, Tiffany has come out and professed her love to him and how great and wonderful this relationship is. I haven't heard him do the same. Have you? Have you? I have not. Right. Why did she really shave her head bald? Right, ladies? When you go through those transitions, we've all been there, right? When you shave your head bald, it's usually during a troubling time. It's usually after a major breakup or something traumatic has happened to you and you need a fresh start. Not mid-relationship. Because usually your man is not here for that shit anyway. And you out here walking around looking like a whole dusty. Tiffany Haddish looks horrible. Okay? Y'all pull her up. I'm not lying. I ain't lying. I ain't lying. She looks a fucking wreck. Real shit. That's not a happy woman. A woman who's an actress. A woman who has money. All of this. A single woman. No children. Right. And you on here talking about, I don't care what he did. I love him. This is the best relationship I ever been in. You should have shut the fuck up, Tiffany. Real shit. Right. But I'm going to tell y'all what. That relationship is over. That relationship is over. She can put out any press conference, press whatever she wants to. I say by, let's see, what is it? We got Labor Day coming up. She's Jewish. I'm going to say between Yom Kippur and October 1st, this shit is a wrap. Trust me on that. It's probably already over. That's why she look a fucking wreck. That's why her head shaved bald. He's keeping her around basically to save face at this point. Because now you got sexual assault allegations against you. I believe Jaguar Wright. Everybody's discrediting her, talking about, oh, ha, ha, ha. You know, oh, she know how to sleep when she's raped. Women, do not let men discredit you or discredit other rape victims. And women, do not discredit rape victims. We know how quick and easy that shit happens. We know this is one of the hardest crimes to ever prove. Do not discredit that shit. It happens. It happens to little girls. It happens to babies. So to not believe someone, to follow and laugh behind a man who's saying that this shit didn't happen when in reality, he don't know. He wasn't there. His own boy probably a rapist, huh? Right. Shit is happening out there. So to laugh at her, you know, and also people don't know about Jaguar, but I was down with her from the beginning, like I said. And when she was 15, this old dude in her neighborhood, you know, an older man, she ended up having a baby with like a 31-year-old man. That's common in the neighborhoods too. There are plenty of fucking R. Kellys going around. Just like y'all overlooked R. Kelly, the same way y'all overlook and think rape is funny. That shit was rape too when he married Aaliyah. Hello, at 13? 14, whatever it was, underage, right? Rape. But nobody sees it like that in our community. That's why our shit is fucked up. Because you want to discredit women when it comes to rape. Because that would mean that you would have to acknowledge that your friend ain't shit. Let me tell y'all a quick story. There was a dude, right? I knew this motherfucker because he was friends with a dude that I used to date. But I always got a bad vibe off this dude. I'm like, yo, don't bring this dude around me. Something about him ain't right. And then he will always be overly fucked up. Y'all know them people who just, like, there's no limit. As long as there's liquor, they're going to drink. As long as they drugs, they're going to do them. Bitch, something wrong with you. You trying to numb some real serious shit. Like, it was like, you know, keep him away from me. So some years go by. I'm reading a newspaper one day. And, you know, DNA and forensic, they started running old samples and shit. And I read that he was arrested for one morning at like 2 a.m., stopping this young woman walking home, pulling a gun on her and taking her into the woods and raping her. So like 9-10 years had gone by. This shit had happened and he had gotten away with it. And the only reason he got caught is from, thank God for DNA and new technology. You feel me? So that was somebody's homeboy. This is somebody I had contact with. Luckily, you know what I'm saying? I'm an empath. I pick up on vibe right a motherfucking way. If shit is off, it's off. Period. I don't question that. And that's another thing y'all motherfuckers be doing out here. You will question a woman about rape, but y'all don't question shady shit. Like, if a woman got a fat ass, she could set you up and rob your whole family and kill all your kids because that's all y'all worried about. You understand? But if let a woman say she was raped, you don't believe her. Let somebody tell you that a woman with a fat ass ain't no good. You will fight till you die. But let a woman say she was raped. Not true. Not true. So I don't fuck with people. Ladies, be careful where you go. Homeboy even said, why would you go somewhere? Why would you be somewhere if you knew you had to dress in layers of clothes like that? Here's a news flash, right? A victim of rape like that and somebody who's been traumatized like that, she sleeps like that all the time. It doesn't matter who's in the room with her, okay? It doesn't matter if she's home alone. That's how fucked up rape is. While people dismiss it and think it's a game. The shit is real. It needs to be acknowledged and we need to stop laughing it off. This is why it continues to happen to our children. Our children are some of the most abused people in the world. Our black children, because people want to ignore what's right in front of their face. People don't want to acknowledge facts. Rape is real. Y'all homeboys is disrespecting women and children out here in these streets, and you don't want to acknowledge it. Right. The same way y'all friends are murdering people for dumb shit. Y'all don't want to acknowledge it. You don't want to snitch. Our neighborhoods are torn to shit. Children are being murdered daily. Because you don't want to acknowledge shit. You don't want to keep it real. You don't want to admit that crime happens. Rape happens. Murder happens. Larceny happens. Right. Drug dealing happens. It happens. Whew. All right. Leave your comments down below. Like I said, I am Team Jaguar Wright. I believe her 100%. If you don't, go over to her Instagram page. You can watch those videos yourself. And they are making it about Common. She was not talking about Common directly. He was a part of that group, so his shit came up. But she talked about Jill Scott. She talked about Erykah Badu. She talked about all the roots, how they was running trains, how she would always sleep on the bottom bunk. So if she needed to get out, she could. How she slept by the door. How she slept on the bottom bunk too, because that way she could look at people's shoes and know who was on the other side of that curtain just in case somebody violated her. But that's funny. She's jealous of Tiffany Haddish and Common. Excuse me? Really? She's jealous of Tiffany Haddish. Why? Tiffany Haddish is not even fucking funny. Tiffany Haddish can barely act, but Jaguar Wright can sing her motherfucking ass off and write all kinds of music. She's very talented in her own. That's the problem. People always want to compare people. Oh, they jealous. Jealousy is a word that needs to be erased. Everybody's not fucking jealous. That's what people like to throw out there when they don't want to acknowledge the truth. Oh, they jealous or they hating. No, bitch. They telling the truth. Deuces.